All right, guys, we have a fun little knife to talk about today, actually. This is the CJRB Pyrite, and this was on loan from Therapeutic Edge. Linked his channel down below. This is nothing fancy. It's nothing special. It's just a very budget-friendly, well-made, fun knife. And when I say it's fun, the first time you fire it open, it has this distinctive sound that I love. It's a button lock, which is not my favorite. But yet, when I picked this up out of his pile o' knives that we shared over lunch, this one, I just was like, wow, that's very cool. It's a $50 all steel constructed knife. Is this the best budget knife out there? I don't know. My favorite budget knife has been the Kubi KB237. Can you sense a theme here in the colors? Like most of my knives are dark and black and yeah. Anyway, that's a different topic. This has been my go-to recommended budget knife. 40, 50 bucks on Amazon. G10, D2 blade, liner lock, flipper tab, all that. 50 bucks at Knife Center right now today at the time I'm filming, $49.95, whatever, 50 bucks. Stainless steel scales. AR RPM 9 blade steel. Best I can tell is it's an equivalent to D2, but higher corrosive resistance. Ceramic bearings, I don't know if they're ceramic or not. And a button lock and a thumb stud versus a liner lock and a flipper tab. I don't know, guys. This one is just a fun knife. If you're into it, you can deploy it with the button lock. It's a timing thing. You got to, release the button at the right time. But as you get used to it, this is a fun fidgeter. There is enough room as a finger choil. You're going to want to be a little bit, not cautious, but cognizant of the fact that it is sharpened up to the choil. But totally comfortable here. I don't feel like I'm going to get cut if that's your thing. Although holding it back here at a normal grip works equally well. Let's take a close-up look. You can see here there is some wear marks on, I don't know if it's DLC or powder. I don't know what the finish is. I'm not even going to go there. There is some wear because Peter uses his stuff, and I applaud that. CJRB, just normal, nothing fancy. It doesn't need to be a titanium frame lock or a titanium button lock. It can be steel. And that's totally okay as I go to try to unlock it with a flipper tab, with the liner. I like it with the thumb stud. I am getting to be more of a thumb stud person over the years. I still don't love the button lock. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's such a bounce at the bottom almost all the time because I can't get the timing right. I don't know. There you go. I get the timing right sometimes. But this is just a fun knife. Let's talk about the specs. It's 4¼ inches closed, 7¼ overall, 3.09 inch blade, 2.8 inch cutting edge, 0.02 behind the edge. So it's nice and thin, 0.104 of a blade thickness. So this is going to be a really good slicer and user. A lot of internal milling. I don't know if we can see that here on camera, but both sides are heavily milled. Let's see if I can zoom in. Come on. Focus, Dirk. Focus camera. Milling on the lock side, if you will, and on the show side, even though there's not really a lock side. The deep carry pocket clip works very well. It's a little bit higher than the actual blade. It is reversible, so it does not recess into the scales, but they did use countersunk hardware, and it works perfectly fine. And it is reversible. So when it is reversible, I don't necessarily mind there not being a recess on both sides because I think it's cleaner this way. I'm looking on my table to see, I don't have a knife that has the recess on the other side right now. But you know what I'm talking about. I think it's a cool knife. Weighs in at 3.7 ounces. Super light. You could carry this all day long in a pocket, in a suit pocket, in a dress pocket if you're wearing dresses. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just get enjoyment out of a knife that I never thought I would. So I wanted to share. Let's give you a couple of quick size comparisons as I've rambled a little bit here. The Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica, and again, the Kubi. So the Kubi, you're going to get a little bit bigger feel knife in the hand, a little bit longer blade length, a little thicker. So if the thinness is not your thing, because it does feel a little small in the hand just because it is so thin, this kind of fills your grip a little bit more. So just keep that in mind if you're considering it. It is thin, but it carries really well, disappears in your pocket, and realistically can do anything any of my other very more expensive knives can do. And if you drop it, bang it, scratch it, for $50, go buy another one. They do have it in other colors and configurations, so go check them out at either Knife Center or whatever retailer you have. Go check them out. I'm not affiliated with any retailers, so I get nothing out of it. Whatever. I think Wild About Sporting Goods, I think they are a CJRB dealer. There is a promo code. You get 10% off. They're not sponsoring this video. I got no kickbacks or anything like that, but I think they do, CJRB. So you can go check them out and get 10% off. Use a promo code down in the description if you're so inclined. But again, it's $50. Just go pick one up.